Hey, this is Ramon Channels Alpha 4, and I've been watching a video series on the Bible from Yale University on YouTube, and it's been bothering me. And it's on the Hebrew Bible, is what it's called. And I'm having a real problem with it, not because the information's bad. All the facts that are there are true facts. That's not a problem. It's the presenter. She keeps on trying to weasel her way out of any statement. I thought I was trying to say like snake-like. I kept on having like a snake image in my head. No, it was Weasley. She was trying to weasel her way out of any definitive religious statements. And that just really bothered me. The presentation is very mousy. It's very wishy-washy. The presenter tries to distance themselves from any theology or any greater historical context, and tries to downplay anything that would be seen un-PC or negative in a modern day light. She was just talking about Joseph, for instance, and she skips over the false accusation stuff. Which, don't get me wrong, I've been doing a video series myself, and when I get to uncomfortable ideas or uncomfortable contradictions, I usually have to pause, but at least I say it. I don't skip over it as if it's not there. I acknowledge the contradiction or the politically incorrect or the uncomfortable whatever. And I like Jordon Peterson, and I like his Bible series. I know that currently he's kind of going off the deep end, but I'm not talking about his politics. I'm talking about his presentation style. He owns his statements, and he doesn't run away from them. And I really appreciate that. There are plenty of apologists like James White, who I listen to quite often. I disagree with James White on almost everything. Almost, not everything, because clearly we both believe in Jesus. But I disagree with him on a lot, especially on his Catholicism stuff. But other than his anti-Catholicism stance, his information isn't exactly insane, and at least he owns his statements. He doesn't run away from them. He doesn't say something and then kind of like try to mumble through it or run past it or skip over it and not say it. He says it, controversial or not. He owns it, and I appreciate that. I realize my presentation style isn't exactly smooth. I get that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that the Yale University one isn't. The problem is that they're not smooth. I get it. I have that kind of problem. I pause when I talk. I stop to think. But at least I say what I'm going to say. I don't run from my having said it. And I appreciate that about James White. I know I've been dogging on him a lot on here, but I appreciate the fact that what he says, he owns his statements. And he gives credit where credit's due when it's not his own. I appreciate that from a lot of standpoints, but that's part of my problem with some of the Catholic apologists. So you have some apologists who will directly address the question that's asked. And then you have some apologists, like Trent Horn and Jimmy Akin, who will skip over the question and answer something slightly different. I don't like that. I don't like it when Jimmy Akin does it. I don't like it when Trent Horn does it, and I don't like it when a college professor who's teaching a class on religious or biblical history or biblical criticism does it. Own your statement. Own the controversial statement. Say it. It's okay. You're teaching a class of truth. Let the truth stand for itself. If there's a contradiction in the Bible, let it stand. If there's something that is politically incorrect or socially unacceptable that's stated in the Bible for our current times, say it. The Bible said it, say it. It's fine. And this is not just in biblical terms, but I think anytime you try to divorce any religious article from religion, I think you're doing a disservice to that material. For instance, I love the Iliad and the Odyssey, but to try to say that those are not religious is just fallacious. It's stupid. You're denying a very rich source of religious information for the youth of Greece, of the Hellenic youth that would have been reading these. And the Hellenes would have taken it very seriously. It's not a joke to them. It's their text of their Battle of Troy. It's the thing that binds them as a people in their minds. So they wouldn't be taking it lightly. So to try to divorce the odes and the theogony and working days and the Iliad and the Odyssey, to try to divorce that from religion is foolish and wrong. It would be like taking Shintoism and try to divide it out from its religion. It's just wrong. So when you're are taking ancient Native American stories and trying to divide out their story from their mythology, that doesn't make any sense to me. So no, do not divide the religion away from the biblical text. It's a religious text. That's what it is. It's theological. You might not be comfortable with that, but you're going to have to face that. If you're going to read any historical document that's prehistory, it's going to have a lot of religion in there. Whether you're reading Mesopotamian, whether you're reading Egyptian, it's religion. You read the Egyptian Book of the Dead, that's religion, okay? You read the Tibetan Book of the Dead, that's religion. You read the Atarhasis or the Emulish, those are all religious texts. And to say that they're not is foolish. So don't try to separate religion out of the Bible. That's just, it's immature, and it shows a lack of spine. If you're going to talk about religion, talk about religion. It's fine. Anyway, that's my opinion. So, peace.